Hello, everybody. Well, the American presidential election is still a big question mark. Nobody knows what the result will be. And maybe you remember 2 weeks ago when I first time talked about the election result, I already suspected there was fraud. Yeah? And now 2 weeks has gone. All things that happened, that come up, just confirm that it was fraud. It was serious fraud. And actually today, I would actually like to use the word coup, because I think the whole presidential election in America is a coup. Why I call it a coup? Well, a coup is when you try to overthrow a legal government, okay? In a way, I mean, people try to overthrow Donald Trump, yeah? And then you are using actually illegal method to overthrow that. That is called a coup. That is true. So people may think, who is the one who ran the coup? I tell you, not Joe Biden. Joe Biden is just a figure, you know, an actor on the stage, yeah. But he's not the one who write the manuscript, you know. He's also not the one who direct the whole show, yeah. There are many other people behind the shows. I mentioned before the media, the mainstream media, the social media, the big high-tech company, and the Wall Street. Yeah, all these people, they have a strong interest in getting a better relationship with the Chinese Communist Party. It's true. And in a way, you know, they support Joe Biden, not because they are really so convinced that Joe Biden is the best choice. No, because they hate Donald Trump. Yeah, they don't like Donald Trump. Why they hate Donald Trump? Because Donald Trump want to fix a fair trade in the interest of the American people and actually in the interest of the whole world to have fair trade. But those big guys, big boys in Wall Street, in high-tech company, in the social media company, and its mainstream and so on, yeah, they don't care. They don't care. As long as money come in, it's fine. Who cares? That if I make billions of profit and it means millions of Americans lose their jobs, that's not their problem, they think. Yeah. So, and Donald Trump, these 4 years of Donald Trump prove it very clear. He is the one who say no to CCP, the Chinese Communist Party. So terrible for these big guys. They find Donald Trump is on their way for their even bigger success. Now, all this election fraud that now pop up. I mean, remember 2 weeks ago I mentioned I was following the election counting, yeah, the vote counting, the whole night, yeah, in Wisconsin, and Donald Trump was leading all the time, and then suddenly, for no reason, they stopped counting. And then a few hours later, they start counting again, and suddenly, Joe Biden's vote, 140,000, jump up like this. If you look at the curve, it goes straight up. And in the same time, Donald Trump got 0 vote. Now, what recently has come out, according to Donald Trump's attorney, Giuliani say they have witness who told them that at that night, after they stopped counting, there was trucks coming to the vote counting location, you know, big truck at night, and boxes of ballots, yeah, boxes of them, tons of them will move into the counting location, and then they start counting again, yeah. Hey, you know, and all this new counting they started at 3 o'clock at night or something like that, all for Joe Biden, nothing for Donald Trump. I mean, this is not normal. I said it already 2 weeks ago, and now it's proven that this is true. Now, this is only one example. There are many, many. According to another Donald Trump's attorney, Sidney Powell, yeah, she said now their challenge is not to look for evidence and witnesses. But the challenge is there are so many witnesses, so many evidence that they need time to process it. And Sidney Powell is not just any lawyer or attorney. Yeah, Sidney Powell she is famous for being very correct, yeah, and also very skillful as an attorney. And she never say in her personal record, she never say anything which is not true. So this is important. And she is now telling us there are tons of evidence. And not all evidence has been made public. It will come. So the show is getting more and more exciting. Interesting is, when we look at the normal mainstream media, doesn't matter whether you read American media like New York Times, CNN, or you check the German media, Frankfurter Allgemeine or Süddeutsche, all were singing the same song. They all say that, Joe Biden has won and Donald Trump doesn't accept the loss and he's making trick, he's lying about. Well, I don't agree, yeah, because I have been following it very carefully. I don't agree that Donald Trump has been lying. His claim of fraud is getting more and more evidence to prove that it is right. Now, as I said, there are so many fraud and so many evidence, but one of these fraud, I find it very interesting, and that's why I call it a coup, because this look well planned, well ahead. And that is what happened with the software, the Dominion voting system. Yeah? I think it's sold by the company Smartmatic. Yeah? And what this software does is, it has a special function to allow the user to manipulate the voting result. It's fantastic. Huh? There's unique selling points. Huh? And this software was used for years ago already in Venezuela, a communist regime basically. Yeah? It pretended to be a democratic country with democratic election, but that democratic election in Venezuela, which made the communist Chavez and later the current president to be elected, all through manipulation. Very successful. You can go into the software and you just flop over millions of votes from one candidate to the other. And no one knows. You'd all done it in the computer. So now, there was news coming saying that a server storing all this vote counting data in Frankfurt, because the company Dominion or Smartmatic has a filial in Frankfurt. It's normal. All these company dealing with huge data, for security, they won't store everything in one single physical place. They do it, to minimize the risk in case of earthquake or war or whatever. So when a computer is storing all this data in New York, for example, gone, then you still have the one in Frankfurt. Now, more and more things are coming out, and actually it was said that American military, with the permission of the German authority, make a raid, a midnight raid, and took the server. And now it is confirmed that Sidney Powell has access to this server, and they are going through, although they have already someone has already tried to delete everything possible. But you know that in a computer, even if you delete everything, for the user, it looks like deleted. But for the computer expert, who knows how to go into the hard disk and find a copy, and you can convert it into a readable form, and then you have the data again. So now, the German authority has not denied that they have cooperated with American military, and the company, Dominion, they have only said, we have nothing to do with the election. We were never involved in any manipulation or fraud. Yeah, but they never denied it. There was someone coming to the company in Frankfurt and took their server. They never denied that. That's interesting. And so now, and then interesting is, it also showed that in the preliminary investigation, one of the owner of this company is a Chinese guy. Yeah? and some of the program written in this Dominion voting system was made by Chinese company, subcontractor. Yeah, so the CCP's shadow is everywhere. You guys remember I mentioned about TikTok for a few weeks ago, that where CCP is using TikTok, is their product, Chinese product, 100 million Americans are using it, to use it to influence people's opinion about Donald Trump, yeah, to make Donald Trump, to black paint Donald Trump, and to praise Joe Biden, and so on. So, there has been actually, you guys should understand that CCP has for decades, in all silence and in all behind the stage action, infiltrate the whole American society. Everywhere, from academic to politicians to economic circle, financial circle, just name it, everywhere. Through TikTok software or similar, through Confucius Institute, and through buying ads in American newspaper, and also widespread bribing. I have been working for almost 20 years in Chinese market, yeah, when I work for a big company. And I can tell you, our Chinese competitor, it is no point to compete with them because they bribe like hell, yeah? Like a Chinese customer, after he got a chance to talk to me privately, I was working with the infrastructure project. It's a question of $1 million and so on. And one very nice Chinese guy, he's a chief engineer, he told me, you know what, I tell you, you save your time, save your effort in this project because you won't have any chance to win. I say, why? Well, nothing against your company. Your competitor from the West, from Europe and North America, they also have no chance. Who is going to win? Well, the Chinese company. Why? Because while you guys come with a bag full of documentation and technical description and so on, and your Chinese competitor came with a similar bag, but when they opened it, all green paper, American dollars, cash. Yeah, okay? And unfortunately, they told me most of my colleagues, the bosses, they have already accepted. They have put the dollar in their pocket. So you have no chance to win. Save your time, save your money. So this is not any special thing. It's normal. So, and they are not only doing it in China. Everywhere in the world, whenever they have a chance. So in a way, it is why I say last time a war of value is going on. Because, every person will encounter this situation. Shall I go for the righteous or shall I take the money? Yeah, and unfortunately in our world, a lot of people are taking the money. But anyway, so we will watch and see, because this is important. If we allow manipulation and fraud for someone to win an election, then we have to understand the very fundamental things of democracy is in danger. Yeah, if we cannot trust any election anymore, so what's the point to talk about democracy? This is why. This is not because I'm a friend of Donald Trump I'm talking like that. We have to safeguard, the righteous things, because there is a war between the righteous and the evil. Make sure that we all stand on the right side. Thank you for today. Bye-bye.